Hello learners, I'm Mr. Saul, and in today's lesson we're going to be talking about energy and how it can move and change things. So what is energy? Well, just like I said, energy is the ability to cause movement or change. So think about anything that moves. Could be your bicycle, could be your skateboard, could be a ball rolling down the hill. All of those things needed energy to start moving. If I take good care of myself, and I get lots of sleep and eat a healthy breakfast, I will have lots of energy. I will have an increased ability to move and change things in the world around me. So I might go for that bike ride or a skateboard ride or any of those things. I am using up that energy that I have stored up from my big breakfast that I ate. But on the other hand, if I don't get a lot of sleep at night, and if I don't eat a nice big meal, then I'll wake up and I might feel like I have low energy. I'll want to just lay around and sleep, and I won't have a large ability to move things or change things. That's because I'll have low energy. So this applies not just to me, but to all kinds of things. If I give a ball a very little push, it's only going to move a little bit because I only used a little energy. If I give a ball a big push, then it's going to move very far and very fast because I used a lot of energy to cause that movement and to cause that change in where it is. Let's take this moment to pause and think about an example of how energy causes movement around us. Let's put it this way. Think of something that's moving. Now think of what caused that movement. What started the movement? That is where the energy came from. We'll be right back. Welcome back. So now we know if we want something to move or change, we have to use energy to do it. Let's take, for example, my ball. If I want my ball to move, I either have to push it, I can push up from underneath, or if it was on the table, I could push from the side, push from the other side. I can also pull my ball. In this case, I'm pulling it up. So I can push the ball or pull the ball. These are called forces, and pushes and pulls are the two main types of forces that we use. And we use pushes and pulls all the time. If I'm riding my bike, I'm pushing down on those pedals. If I'm using my skateboard, I'm pushing against the ground to push myself forward. All of these things use either a push or a pull. And that push or pull, and how hard you push or pull, is called the force. So if I was a golfer and I was trying to put a golf ball in the hole from just a little bit away, called a putt, I would use a very small push and tap that ball in. But if I was a baseball player and I want to hit a home run, I'm going to use a big push and hit that ball really, really hard to knock it going as far and as fast as possible. That's a large force. So I can use a small force to get a little bit of movement or change, or I can use a large force to get a lot of movement or change. Now here's the thing that's interesting. If I have two forces that are going against each other, then they can cancel each other out. So if I'm pushing my ball this way, and then with my other hand I push it back this way, and I push them both with the same amount of force, that ball's just going to stay in the middle because I have balanced force. I'm pushing with the same force from both sides. I can also pull with the same, it's hard to get a grip on this ball, but I can pull with the same force and it won't move. Even though I'm applying a lot of force, I'm using a lot of energy, the energy is balanced. Same pull from both directions means it's not going to go anywhere. This is what makes a tug-of-war so much fun. In a tug-of-war, we have two sides using their energy to apply force to the rope. They're both pulling, and whichever side can create the most force, can use their energy the best, will win the tug-of-war because that force is imbalanced. One side is going to be stronger than the other. So if I have two forces and one force is larger than the other, that's the direction it'll move. So if I'm pushing this way and just pushing this way a little bit, I know that the force from this hand is greater because I can tell which way the ball is going. Same thing with pulling. I can pull this way or I can pull this way, and if I pull stronger with this hand, it's going to move this way. So pushes and pulls are our forces. If the two pushes are the same, it's balanced. If they're not the same, whatever it is will be moving. Before we go, let's think about a time when you made something move. How did you create the unbalanced force that created that motion? I hope you guys learned a lot about how energy moves you, and I will see you guys next time.